Hello all, welcome to my channel Career Cooter. In today's video, what you are going to see about is my technical and HR interview experience with Cognizant for CIS role. Actually, Cognizant will conduct only one round of interview after a communication assessment for this particular CIS role, and in this round itself, you'll be thrown questions related to both technical as well as HR related questions, and each and for each and every person the interview duration and the type of interview may differ, and in this video I will cover the interview experience of three candidates, which includes myself as well, and I will share about my interview experience along with my other two friends interview experience as well, and each and every process and everything is unique and it's different. So without any delay, let's get into the video. And this is the experience of one of my friends, and for him the interview actually went about some 10 to 15 minutes only, and in this interview this person has actually thrown both a technical as well as HR related questions. The first thing was self introduction. I have already made a video on the self induction. If you didn't watch that video, do go and watch that video and come back. It will give you an insight of how to give a self induction in any interview. Then the second question that was thrown to him was, "What do you do know about this job role?" Actually, this job role is actually a tech support related role, which will include handling calls and debugging some technical issues and lot more stuffs. If you actually read those job description only, you can able to answer this question. Then the third question was thrown to him was, what is firewall? And what the fourth question is, what will you do if your system slows down? These are all some situation related questions. Some scenario based questions were also thrown to him. And what is the difference between LAN and ban? And for young teenagers, which social media platform would you suggest? These are some of the scenario based questions to check your ability. Okay, then after all these questions, they asked about the relocation and also about the rotation shifts. Are you willing to relocate to any location, and also about the shifts that they are actually having in their company. And this is about the first interview experience of one of my friends. And the second experience, it is also one of my school friends, and she her interview process is completely different from my interview experience as well as my first friend's interview experience. These are the questions which was thrown to my friend during her interview process, and her interview process was fully focused on projects and what are the things that she had mentioned in her resume. And she told about her projects and in her self introduction, then about core Java concepts like oops, static keywords, and all those things, and also about Spring Boot, and what is the difference between MySQL and SQL, and find the duplicate row in a table. They might have asked to write a code on the notepad. It seems they asked to share the screen and to write that code, and also a program to find the second largest number. For this question, they asked about the logic, and for her the interview almost went like some 30 to 45 minutes. That what she has told. And finally they asked about the relocation and other HR questions. And this is my interview experience, where these are the questions that was thrown to me on my interview. Then, as I already mentioned, they asked about what do you know about this role, and what do you think about this role, and what will be your day-to-day responsibilities, like that she has asked. And she also asked, since you're from a technical background and you mentioned that you like some coding and Spring Boot, Java, etc., that you have mentioned in your resume, but why do you want to work in a tech support role like this? I gave my answer. Then some scenario based questions were asked, like a customer calls you and complains that the speakers are often buffering during a client call, and the customer is responds in a coarse way. How would you handle it? We have to guide the customer in such a way to calm them and to give them a prompt solution to recover the speaker problem. Okay, I answered in my own way. She was satisfied. Then she asked me, do you know about how to delete the temporary files in your HP laptop or Windows 10 laptop, that like that she told. And she asked me what are the steps that you will carry out in order to guide your customers to delete their temporary files in a remote way. I explained the steps. Okay, she was convinced, and she asked me about whether you're willing to work in this tech okay technical support role. And also she told, in India any location will be you will be mapped to, are you willing to relocate, and those questions were asked. For me, there was 0% questions which arised from my resume, and even I prepared my self introduction because there was a time gap for me attending interviews frequently, so I prepared myself introduction to introduce myself during my interview. But all of a sudden she just thrown started asking questions immediately when she uh, entered into the interview hall interview room. And that's it. The one a plus thing about Cognizant interview is that, like Wipro or any other companies which are conducting interviews through superset platform, they will be uh, making the students to wait for long period of time to get in the interview room. But in as far as in Cognizant, you will be ringed by the interviewer as soon as when you waiting in the lobby in the superset platform. And most probably, with if your time frame is from 2:30 to 5, most probably they will call you around 3:30 itself. So it is a plus point I want to tell. But there is also a circumstance where you, if you are having an interview today, you will be getting an interview mail only the before night 12 a.m. So you have to be always be check on your mail that whether any mail from Cognizant was triggered for your interview process. And thanks for watching. If you find this video to be useful, do share it with your friends, colleagues, and relatives. Please do subscribe to my channel. It will be a motivation for me to post more videos like this, because I am constantly attending many interview, and I will share my experience which will be very useful for you also to crack your interviews. All the best to all. Thank you.